You know what we gonna know. Baby, no lame. MC International. Baby, no lame. I could camp and no, yeah. Baby, na lema konvala masuti kubele ka dele mamboto ka How much na lema Baby, na lema lema konvala masuti kubele ka dele.
Hi guys, it's a girl Lil Matams, also known as Chellah Z. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I am so grateful that you guys always come to my YouTube channel to watch videos. This video is about this guy from Zambia named Chellah Tukuta, who is a celebrity photographer.
Good morning everybody, how are you? It's Reverend Walter, and today I just want to kind of touch on the trending topic of the week, and that's my brother Chellah Tukuta. And I must hasten to say, mine is not one of those videos where I'm taking a swipe at him and just messing him up and trying to really bash him, because I don't think that's the case. Yesterday, a good friend of mine called me in the evening because she had seen, by the way, I haven't even gone to check the comments because there were too many. I'm really not going to read that thread. But I did do a post about my friend Chellah. Now, I say my friend because I really like Chellah. I really think his gift is amazing. I think in his own right as a photographer, he's really gone somewhere. He has been able to do wonders and take photography to a whole new level. I personally featured him 4 times on my own show because I really loved his story. So yesterday I had I know this is gonna be a bit touchy, but I have to say it. Yesterday his brother and sister got in touch with me, and they were very concerned about what was going on. And not only that, even a number of high-ranking individuals within government, within society, got in touch and said, "Hey, Rev, you featured this guy on your show. What's going on with him?" And it was very difficult, obviously, because we are all watching bamboozled. We're stunned by what's going on, and I mean, it's been a hard one for me to deal with it. And watching the few videos that he's posted out and the statuses have been even more dumbfounding, because obviously this is some crazy behavior that's being exhibited. And I do recall that over the past couple of days, a number of people got back to me and say, let's see how we can reach out to our brother. I'm on record, even my brother Chellah knows this, I have tried to call him on several occasions, but it's just not worked. So my call today is not about castigating Chellah, because I really believe yesterday in the evening a good friend of mine called me. Very good friend of mine, I can't mention her, but she called and she said, "Walter, do you realize that there's something profound with what we're seeing with our brother Chellah?" So I say, "What do you mean?" And she says, "Look at what's going on and begin to study this. Begin to observe what's going on, and then go back and look at the pattern, and you're going to see something." And so when we did that, and it really hit, okay, it hit me very hard. I said, "Oh my God, I think I know what my brother is going through." So you know what it is? I want you guys to go and do a bit of a study on bipolar disorder. I'm not saying that's what he has, but the signs are right out there. What he is doing is typical of bipolar disorders, people that suffer from bipolar disorder. For those of you who may have never heard of this, it used to be termed manic depressive psychosis. It's a mental condition that has something to do with an imbalance in the hypothalamus, I think. I've forgotten, but there's an imbalance in the brain, and certain chemicals are released when they shouldn't be released and then taken away when they're not supposed to be taken away. And what happens with these people is they swing between 2 extremes. On the one hand, they go through what you would call a depressive state, where they're very low, they're very melancholy, very sad, withdrawn, depressed, no energy, no vigor to life. They're just not there. And then they swing over to the other end, or of course they go through a normal phase. And then when they're done with the normal phase, they go to the manic phase. Now, I'm going to tell you that I actually have two very close relatives who went through this condition. And I'm not going to mention their names because I didn't get permission from their relatives. But the first was a very well-known doctor, very accomplished dentist in the country, one of the top dentists in the nation that Zambia has ever seen. And we did not know that she was a manic depressive person. She was a bipolar. And so when she reached the top of her skills, she went into government and began to serve in various portfolio internationally. And that's when her state began to really come out. She began to go through these manic phases. Now, what are the typical signs of a manic phase of, or what we call the hyper phase of a bipolar person? Number one, they talk a lot. Okay, they really talk. Like they're loud, they're all over the place. Another sign is that they get into, they tend to lie a lot. There's a lot of lying, a lot of exaggerating, there's a lot of attention seeking, and then further they become very promiscuous. This is one of the most scary parts. Promiscuity is one of the signs of people suffering from bipolar. So they are all over the place, whether it's a man or a woman. In fact, many times, if it's women, they're seen as nymphomaniacs. And you can imagine when they're married how terrible this is for their marriages. And then for the men, they go through the same phase as well. They're all over the place with different sexual partners, what have you. And then another factor which is very scary also for manic, for people going through the manic phase of the bipolar condition, is that they actually become debt-ridden. They borrow a lot, excessive spending, like way beyond normal kind of spending, like crazy mad spending. And they'll go out there and they'll just spend and spend and spend. And because they lie as well, so they'll borrow for any reason. And because, you see, most times this is not even diagnosed correctly, so most people would think, I think this person is normal. So they'll lend them money only to have problems later, and then all sorts of issues come up, and then now they have to go back, and relatives have to start chasing behind, trying to correct the situation. And I'm talking about real situation. That's what happened to one of my relatives. It was very bad, and it destroyed the marriage, obviously, because in the beginning you don't understand why they're doing what they're doing until it's diagnosed, and you realize, oh my God, they suffer from this bipolar. My other sister as well was in the same situation as well. She was extremely accomplished lady. And unfortunately, she then went into this manic phase. It really became bad. And you know, she was all over the place, multiple sleeping partners. I mean, the husband couldn't take it anymore. He had to leave her. And then she went into this lying phase because they'll go set up meetings. And then after they set up meetings, then they go and then they lie and then they sign contracts and then they borrow. I mean, her parents had to spend almost one whole year just paying off debt procured left, right, and center by my sister. It was very traumatizing for them. In fact, with my aunt, she even had to close her practice. She had to sell all her machines. She had to move back in with her parents in her 50s. But that's because now the condition manifested fully. And that's exactly what tends to happen with people who are bipolar. They go through a crazy phase. And I believe those of you watching with me today, I could be wrong. Get this from me, I could be wrong, but I want you to check. And if Chellah watches this or hears about this, I believe he may be bipolar. He may be bipolar because everything you see him doing right now, for me, adds up. It adds up to a condition of somebody that's going through bipolar. Because why? Look at the current state of behavior that's going on. You know, the way he's interacting with this lady on social media, which now brings me to the other point. narcissism. Now, narcissism is the unusually high tendency to be self-centered. Combine narcissism with affection, what they call affectation. That's the term, I forgot. Affectation. And thanks, Benjamin. I'm going to ask Dr. Maria Akani to talk about this because we could probably do something on this on a show one of these days. But it's a serious problem. A lot of people are going through issues and they're dealing with bipolar people and they don't understand that these are people with mental conditions. So what's going on right now is that we have this condition of affectation where you want unusual sense of approval from the public. And so a number of people, you see, social media has allowed anyone to go on social media and do whatever they can, and they get all sorts of following. Now, what that does is that when you have a condition like bipolar, and you suffer from narcissistic tendencies, which are also backed by a sense of affectation, the result is what we're seeing with my brother Chellah. You have people now with an audience. So you can imagine, you go mad and you have an audience. I mean, how crazy can that be? So you begin to do things that are beyond normal because people have said, no, these people, they are looking for attention. It's not, I don't even know if it's looking for attention. It's a condition. And that's why I've said what I've said. It's a condition, and this condition is really bad, and it is affecting my brother. And so I'm hoping and praying that after showing this video, a number of you are going to take your time and study on bipolar, and then begin to look at some of the influencers and people that are on social media and ask yourself, this behavior, is this normal? Because everybody has been really having a go at Chellah, but I believe he could be a bipolar patient, and he's not the only one. So go back again and study some of these people that are doing the craziest things on social media and ask yourself, what is it all about? Why are they doing what they're doing? Could this be a condition as a result of bipolar? So I wanted to bring that up to the attention. I'm very saddened that in our country, the ability to diagnose bipolar properly is still very poor. And what we're seeing, my friends, is a classic case of bipolar disorder. And I pray, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it is. After what I heard from his brother and sister, sorry guys, I had to mention this, but it's so bad. After what I heard from the brother and sister, I realized, and then when my cousin called me in the evening, I said, oh my God, this is indeed a case of bipolar. So we have 702 people watching this video. I hope that you will share with all the other people you know out there, and let's see how we can help Chellah, because what's going to happen, good question, he needs help. How can he be helped? When he comes out of this phase, because it's a phase. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody's saying he's having a meltdown. Yes, he's going through a phase. So when the phase is done, we need to find a way to reach out. We need a way to reach out and get to him. I have failed personally, but I know there are others who are watching this, and of course his relatives and family are watching this as well, and I'm sure this is gonna go around. So let's see how we can all help. It's unusual that my brother would jeopardize such a great career and gift and throw it like that. Somebody's saying, I saw signs of bipolar. He really does need help. He has suffered something really traumatic. Yes, he has. And you must remember that trauma also can exacerbate the conditions of bipolar disorder. So that was my little video today. It just hit me yesterday in the evening, and that's why I'm doing this video. And let's hope and pray that we can really go out there and help people like Chellah so that they can find a way to come out of what they're going through. It's a condition that needs treatment. It's a condition that needs psychiatric as well as psychological help, which includes medication. and that will help him. And he's not the only one suffering from this. A lot of people suffer through this, and people don't even know. Some don't even get diagnosed. So people, they end up suffering, going to jail and the like, and suffering for this. And David, take it from me, I'm not doing this publicly to get following. I have dealt with this issue seriously, and I'm doing this because it's at a stage where somebody needs to get to him and help him. I think that's what we've done. I think that I've done my part today. Let's all help. Let's all see what we can do in our own capacity. I've tried my best to reach out. His family are hurting. Everybody's hurting in this situation, and they need to come through and help the brother. So I'll see what I can do, but obviously at the end of the day, these things are the way they are. So take it from me, Chellah is not himself. So let's see how we can help. Mental health is a very serious condition in this country, which still needs to be understood better. Have a great day, and God bless you all. Share this and let's see how we can help, okay? Thanks.
And this guy is an attention seeker. He always wanted to trend on, so he's always wanted to trend. So this one, he has gotten the Zambians like story. We like story now, and he's enjoying the attention. Each time he goes live, or the woman goes live, they are getting 300 people watching live. They're in the club kissing, tang. Go and kiss in your bedroom. Get a room. We don't need to see you on Facebook that you're kissing. Bye.
Then I check up your job, then I check a month to job, then I check up your job. Girl, I want you to love me for me, just as I am. Girl, I want you to take me for me, the way I am. Inakuna maboza, koma nalema kuna mainde. Inakuna maboza, koma nalema kuna mainde. Inakuza jine mwana wa balungu, koma ni magulisa chabe mpulungu. I cannot take this life no more. Damandina muntu chabe. Then I check up your chabe, kachabe. Then I check a month to chabe, kachabe. Then I check up your chabe.